on O-sensei's videos when he was doing demonstrations, if he was doing standing up practice rather than sitting or some strange exercises or something, the main technique that he did over and over again was Irimi Nage. And he did it in a way that is extremely interesting. So let's look at Irimi Nage. If your partner grabs your wrist, and this is just the basic way we learned it. O-sensei didn't usually start in this position, but this is the basic way people practice it, is he grabs wrist, I step in, turn back, and then come through and throw. So, for me, when you're practicing this way, of course, one thing you're doing is just getting used to the basic move so that you know where it goes and where you're supposed to be. But practicing this way is a good study in breaking structure. So the main way you break structure in Aikido is by rotating your partner. So I'm coming here, and this rotation breaks his structure. And the hand coming to the shoulder here also helps. So what I want to have happen here, and in Aikido we're always going behind our partners. And nobody wants you to go behind them. So when you try to go behind your partner's going to try to turn into you and stop you from going behind. And, you know, if you really want to practice realistically, your uke should probably do that. Right now we're going to do this demonstration. I don't want him trying to I don't want us fighting for who's going to control this. But that's what your partner should do in regular practice. Once you have the basic idea, is be aware your partner is going to counterattack you. And if you're dealing with knives or something, that becomes extremely important because that counterattack guts you. So we're starting here. So I'm stepping here and I'm catching here to keep him from being able to turn easily, but also this helps break his structure. So I'm turning him here and coming here to break his structure, and it did really well. And then I'm going, and we're against the wall. So then I'm going to step through him and throw him. So then the elements of this for breaking structure is that I'm turning, bringing him here, and then coming through and throwing him. Now the way that O-sensei did this a lot was he didn't start static like that. He started off leading them. And leading is the second important thing. And Sensei, he did some demonstrations that were just purely structure breaking demonstrations. But mostly what he demonstrated in everything he did was leading. And this depends on the person having a grasping reflex or reaching reflex, so that when he reaches for me, an automatic system takes over. A reflex. He has reflex. We all have reflexes that take over when we try to reach or hit something. And what I want to do is I want to stay behind his hand, and then as he goes for it, then I step behind him so that I get him going after the hand rather than my body. Now that's not very obvious, and it doesn't make much difference doing what we're doing right now where he's just trying to grab my hand. But if he's attacking me with a knife, it's extremely important because it keeps him from following me as I try to go to the side and stabbing me with the knife. So, and now Sensei's stuff was all empty hand. He was never I didn't see a single video of his where he was attacked by a knife. I mean, usually they both had Joes, or they both had swords or something like that. But anyway, here's the kind of thing he would do. Would be like this. And that's the way a lot of the stuff's did. So he's letting the guy grab him. I just let him grab my sleeve a little bit, and turning and throwing. And so here is where you have your leading, and this first part of this is Irimi. So he's coming, and there are two parts to this. The first part is I step toward him, and then I turn. If I start off turning, so if I start off like this, it doesn't work very well. It draws him right into me. So you have to have those two pieces. So then, if he has a knife, when you're training this, you have to use these soft knives because you have to try to stab your partner. If you're not trying to get your partner, then you don't know whether what you're doing is working or not. And you can't really try to stab your partner with a wooden knife. If you're going with any speed at all and you stab your partner with a wooden knife, you're likely to seriously injure them. So you have to have, you can't train with a hard tool. If you're training with a wooden knife or something, you're not doing the kind of training you have to do to learn what we're teaching here. So, anyway, so we're here, and then I would take the knife. So this is your leading, and this is your Irimi Nage, and like I say, Irimi Nage, this throw, he didn't do it with a knife, but this throw is the major thing. Watch Sensei's videos, any of them on YouTube. And if he's not doing swariwaza or something where he's sitting down throwing or doing some weird demonstration, this is what he's doing almost all the time. So to do that again, and we'll do it very slowly. I'm coming toward him. I'm coming straight into him. I have this hand up here getting his attention. I want him to attack this hand. So, and then as he starts to, if he doesn't start to attack it or anything, then there's no reason me not just come in and smash him. But as he starts to attack this, then I turn, I'm bringing him around, and then I'm hitting him here. I could have hit him in the back of the head too. And then I throw and finish this throw. One other point about this, if you want to learn this and practice this, you have to alternate sides. You have to do, and not in a pattern, but you have to randomly alternate sides, because if your partner knows, if your partner's really trying to get you, and that's how we train, that's how you have to train to really learn it. If you continuously go to the same side, your partner's going to know you're going there, and they go where they know you're going. They don't even pay attention to what you're doing. So you can't train this always going to you can't train it the way you normally practice in Aikido, where you do 2 Irimi, 2 in front and 2 in back or something like that. You have to randomly mix them up so your partner, so that Uki doesn't know what Nagi's about to do.